campaign, a marketing campaign in the 30s about diamonds are forever. Because engagement rings weren't typically diamonds. And so De Beers really started a marketing campaign with diamonds are forever, talking about how rare they are to represent the rarity of your love and the rarity of the beauty, and how you had to spend 2 to 3 months' salary to show how much you were invested in that relationship. What was happening was they were just creating this supply and demand to increase their prices and create really a monopoly on the diamond industry. So what's happened is after they were sued in the 2000s for the monopoly, and lab-grown diamonds were actually created in the 1950s for commercial purposes because of the hardest cutting surface, so they used them for commercial cutting purposes. And then in the 90s, someone realized that with technology and enhancements, they could use them for jewelry. And it really didn't become popular until early 2010s of recognizing the enhancements of the technology to create beautiful diamond jewelry. And the big surge happened in 2020 with COVID because people weren't able to go into the mines, and so mass production wasn't able to happen, but they were able to have the controlled environments of a lab grown. And what happened was they realized that with the brilliance that was being created and all of the social issues that were becoming known, such as the blood diamonds, utilizing children to go into these mines and force them into child labor, and all the socio-economical issues that a generation, millennials and Gen Z, rose up and said, we want something that's ethical. They didn't want to have blood diamonds on their hand. And that was where the lab-grown diamonds really surged, because not only can you have something that is sustainable, that is ethical, it's conflict-free, war zones aren't happening in big conflict areas, but they can have something brilliant, a bigger diamond than someone my age generation would have, and have the best bling for their buck. Because they wanted to have money, instead of spending 20 grand on a diamond ring, they could have something for 7,000 or less, have that money to go on a vacation, a honeymoon, a down payment on a house, something that would be a real investment. So one of the things that has been known, we were just talking, your name again, sorry? Cindy, thank you. So Cindy, we were just talking about how De Beers had created this whole thing about diamonds aren't investments. And Cindy was just pointing out, which I found too, that there is really no resale value in the mine diamond. What that has been created, that it's an investment, it's not exchanged on the New York Stock Exchange. Gold is an investment, real estate is an investment, but the investment in a diamond is the love story, the brilliance and the beauty. And so that's where we take something that has sentimental value that you can't take to a diamond jeweler. And I tried to do that with my 32-year-old wedding ring. I took it in and I said, I want to trade up. I want to double the size. And the jeweler said to me, he's the owner, he said, Lori, there is no value to me in the diamond. I cannot give you anything for it because I can't get anything for it myself. All I can do is give you the cost of the gold that I will melt down. And he said, for a few $100s, that's what I would get. He said, you're best off selling it on Facebook Marketplace. This is even a pawn shop, or they would put it in an estate sale. So lab-grown diamonds are real diamonds. They're chemically, physically, optically identical to mine diamonds. The only way you can tell them apart is by a jeweler will have a very expensive microscope that they put under. These are certified just like a mine diamond. So at the belly of the diamond, there is a laser inscription that would say that it is lab-grown diamond. That's the only way. So these pens that you might see on social media, they only have the top, only through the microscope. So there's a lot of propaganda out there. You might hear these called synthetics. What's happened was there's crown diamonds.